Hi dear friends and subscribers, welcome to the Cricket Happening Show. As you know, this is going to be a cricket update, and we are going to talk about one is the IPL, where Rajasthan Royals, as you know, Rajasthan Royals has been in the news in the IPL for all the wrong reasons, unfortunately. So right now, you know, there are 3 players who have been banned by the Board of Control for Cricket in India from playing right now, and they are Sreesanth, they are Ankit Chavan and Ashok Chandila, and all the players are from Rajasthan Royals, which is a sad day, I would say. But well, unless and until things are proven, one wouldn't know. But right now, they are suspended from play. But well, as you know, that is something which can have, even though Rajasthan Royals are through to the playoffs, they would have expected that they had their team at full strength. Now they are actually crippled, not having 3 players. So basically, their choices are few. Well, that is something that Rajasthan Royals has to get over. But let me tell you, that has not deterred Rajasthan Royals today. As you know, Rajasthan Royals had nothing in this particular match, which they are playing against Sunrisers Hyderabad here today at the Rajiv Gandhi International Stadium in Hyderabad. In fact, Sunrisers Hyderabad were the ones who actually won the toss, and Sunrisers Hyderabad, as you know, they are the teams along with Royal Challengers Bangalore and mathematically, if at all, Kings 11 Punjab. These are the 3 teams which are in contention for the 4th spot, which is to be decided. Rajasthan Royals have already confirmed their spot in the Indian Premier League 2013, as you know. So Sunrisers Hyderabad, they decided to bat first after winning the toss. But they didn't have a good start at all. But in fact, they lost 3 wickets for just 5 runs on the board. And after that, it was a recovery done by Vihari and Samantrai, who put up a good partnership, taking the score from 5 for 3 to 49. By first really steadying the ship, playing a bit steadily and slowly opening out. In fact, Samantrai was the one who went on to make a 50. It's his first 50 in IPL, making 55 46 balls, 6 fours and 1 6. But after that, barring Darren Sammy, who contributed 23 of 19 balls with 1 4 and 1 6, and Thisara Pereira, the big hitter, not out on 17 of 13 balls without a boundary and a 6, which was pretty surprising. This particular Sunrisers Hyderabad innings couldn't really muster any support, and they were restricted to 136 for 9 by some splendid bowling by the Rajasthan Royals bowlers. And especially one has to talk about James Faulkner, who picked up his second 5-wicket haul in Indian Premier League 2013. What a bowler James Faulkner is turning out to be. 4 overs, 1 maiden, 16 runs and 5 wickets. Splendid bowling from Faulkner, absolutely on the money, not giving away anything to the batsman. In fact, it all started with Parthiv Patel being clean bowled by Faulkner for 2, and after that Shikhar Dhawan was sent back to the pavilion, caught very brilliantly by Rahane of the bowling of Faulkner for 1. And when Cameron White was gone to the became a victim of his teammate Shane Watson, caught by Trivedi for a blob. So that was the time, as I said, Sunrisers Hyderabad were 5 for 3 at that stage, and then they recovered with the Vihari Samantrai stand to 49, and then some contribution of some note coming up from Sammy, and then Samantrai himself taking it upon himself to make 55 46 balls. And after that, it was nothing that one could really talk about. It was all over for Sunrisers Hyderabad. They were restricted to 136 for 9. Brad Hodge bowled 1 over for 3 runs today. Watson absolutely very tight with his bowling, even though he gave away 19 runs with 1 wicket. Tambe 3 overs, none for 20, 1 over for 9 for Stuart Binney. Trivedi bowled 4 overs, no maiden, 1 for 20, was impressive. But Kevin Cooper today was a bit costly, 4 overs costing him 39 runs. Well, as far as this particular match is concerned, the innings break right now at Hyderabad, where Rajasthan Royals have nothing to lose. I am sure they are going to go all guns blazing against Sunrisers Hyderabad in this particular match, and we are waiting for that to happen. So as and when it happens, I will come back to that. In the meanwhile, I will just take you down to the day 2 here, where it is right now session 3 at the Lord's Cricket Ground in the in the first Test match of the series. Yesterday, as you know, England were really crawling like a snail, and they went to 160 for 4. Today, it was pretty quick work. There was no change in the situation. Again, England were really struggling for runs. They were pretty slow in their approach. they lost a few wickets. In fact, they lost Joe Root, who contributed 40 with 4 boundaries, and Jonathan Bairstow contributed 41. So after that, that was the only stand of note after Bell departed, which took the score on to 92. But after that, other than Joe Root making 40 with 4 fours and 41 for Jonathan Bairstow with 4 fours, there was nothing to really talk about. In fact, Tim Southee came in and dealt a double blow to them when he picked up the wicket of Joe Root, who was caught by Watling for 40. And after that, Matt Pryor, the cricketer of the year, was dismissed the very first ball that he faced from Southee. It was a very nice ball delivered by Southee, and Matt Pryor was gone for a duck. Stuart Broad couldn't contribute anything. He was gone for a duck. LBW bowled Wagner, who was the best bowler today, moving the ball pretty well and getting real movement there in the pitch. And also Graham Swan, after hitting one boundary, was beautifully done by Wagner as he bounced him out, and Swan was gone, caught by Watling for 5, and Stephen Finn, LBW bowled Southee for 4. Anderson remained not out on 7, and England's innings was quickly wrapped up. They were all out for 232. As I said, the bowling, it was totally the spoils were shared by Trent Bolt. Yesterday he didn't pick up any wicket. Today he had 2 for 48 with 27 overs and 10 maidens. Tim Southee 28.2 overs, 8 maidens, 58 runs and 4 wickets. Bowled excellently, gave the double blow, and Neil Wagner then cleaned up the tail, one would say, because what he did is he bowled 28 overs, 8 maidens, 70 runs and 3 wickets. Martin 26-12, 38-1. Williamson 3 overs, 1 maiden, none for 8. As far as England were concerned, in their reply, New Zealand, England after 232 all out. In fact, New Zealand, well, they didn't have it any good. In fact, barring one confident stroke played by Hamish Rutherford of the bowling of Anderson, other than that, there was nothing, as Anderson came on to pick up his 300th wicket. But the first wicket that he picked up and the breakthrough that he gave was Ken Rutherford, as he got the ball to swing. And in fact, Rutherford was squared up by the delivery, which swung away, and Rutherford was gone, caught by Cook in the slips. Or the bowling of Anderson for 4 with 1 boundary. And Peter Fulton was the 300th victim for James Anderson. What a superb bowler. He celebrated his 300th wicket with Peter Fulton getting an edge onto a ball from Anderson, but a very brilliant low catch taken by Graham Swan in the slips, and he was walking for 2, and both the openers were in the hut with a score at 7 for 2 for New Zealand. But after that, Ross Taylor was just been dismissed. In fact, Anderson has taken all the wickets. In fact, that was a very good partnership. In fact, a 93-run partnership was going on between Kane Williamson, who is still there, not out on 22 with 4 boundaries. But Ross Taylor was the man who decided that he will take the attack right there to the England's camp. After Anderson gave them the double blows, he was not afraid to play his strokes. He played some pretty sweet strokes, and Ross Taylor is a person who is very good to watch when he gets going, and that's what he precisely did. And he blunted this this English attack, and he went after James Anderson, hitting him for boundaries. And Ross Taylor contributed a very sweet 66 of 72 balls with 13 fours in that partnership of 93 runs for the 3rd wicket between Kane Williamson and Taylor. And Taylor has just been dismissed. LBW bowled Anderson for 66, but he played his part. But probably one would have expected Ross Taylor to go the whole hog and play out the entire second day, but unfortunately it was not to be, and Ross Taylor was walking. LBW bowled Anderson with a neat looking innings of 66 of just 72 balls. He played in absolute one-day mode here with 13 fours, so that would give you an inkling as to how Ross Taylor played. Dean Brownlee has just come in, just placed the ball, and he's had to get off the mark. So 100 for 3, so New Zealand have slowly recovered, but with this blow that they've got of Ross Taylor, that is not something that they would have wanted. But well, still 132 runs to actually get into the lead for New Zealand. And just looking at how many overs are left for the day, I'll just tell you that in a bit. As far as the bowling figures are concerned, Anderson has been amongst the wickets, and he has been the one who has taken all the 3 wickets to fall. 10.3 overs, 5 maidens, 21 runs and 3 wickets makes pretty good rating, and he also got his 300th victim in Test cricket. Broad 13 overs, 3 maidens, none for 45. Stephen Finn bowled 5 overs, 1 maiden, none for 19. And Graham Swan, little bit of spin there, 3 overs, no maiden, none for 10. So right now I see that Dean Brownlee has just scored a boundary off the bowling of Anderson, and he has just opened. He's just off the mark right now with that boundary. So it's Dean Brownlee who has taken his own score, and 404 for 3 is the current score for New Zealand in reply to England's 232 all out. Well, dear fans, friends and subscribers, as I said, Sunrisers Hyderabad, who made 136 for 9, and Rajasthan Royals, who are already qualified, would be chasing this figure of 137 to win. Well, dear fans, friends and subscribers, I don't have much time to really dwell on anything right now. Thanks for your company. Because of shortage of time, I will have to end up my cricket report here. Thanks for your company, and thanks for continuously watching this Cricket Happening show. This is your host Ram, signing off for the day today. Thank you.